Hey guys, Nikki with Resin Melody here today, and I am doing a continuation. I'm still working on my Dollshe Bernard. He's on the 18M Pure Body, and because he is a little bit older doll, he did not come with S-hooks on his hands or his feet. I did previously clean him and walk you through the entire process that I used for cleaning him. So if you'd like to see that video, go ahead and I think it's there, maybe there. One of those corners, I will go ahead and link that video. But for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just walk you through how I make S-hooks for dolls that don't come with them. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make S-hooks for dolls that don't come with them out of floral picks and a round jewelry wire or pliers. So I have the really terrible. So I have a floral pick here. You can see it's connected at the top, and then the round jewelry pliers, and that also has a wire cutter attached to it. So these are the only tools that I use, and then I just make sure that I have the doll's hands and feet here to make sure that I got the correct parts. Now, theoretically, I should be able to do this with just 2 floral picks. I could get 2 S-hooks out of each floral pick. I've got 2 hands and 2 feet. That's 4. I've grabbed a couple extra floral picks here just in case. Sometimes I make the S-hooks a little bit too small so they don't quite fit around the resin post that's in the hand or the foot. And so in that case, I like to have some extra ones just in case. But yeah, my process is actually pretty simple. I just take the jewelry pliers. And in this case, because he's a big guy, he's a 70 centimeter Dollshe boy, I'm actually going to use probably the widest part of this round jewelry pliers. Now, the pliers that I have are fairly inexpensive. I got them off of Amazon. I will go ahead and link them in the description below. And so they are pretty basic. It is very possible that you may be able to get pliers that that will give you a little bit bigger of a diameter on the S-hook. But for the most part, I don't really find that I need that. I'm usually just fine with this size. So I'm going to go ahead and okay. I'm actually just going to test this real quick. And we can see it is a little bit snug, but I actually twisted it a little bit too close. So I'm going to open it just a little bit. See if it'll fit. Open it just a little bit more. So when you're making your own S-hooks, it actually is just a bit of trial and error. On getting the right size. So you can see I'm just kind of trying to make it so that it will close around without scratching the resin on the inside and still allow movement. So you can see in here, it comes around nicely. You can move the hand. You've got pretty good movement, and it's not going to just pop off. And then if I look at, I'm just looking at where I want the other bend to go. And this particular bend is going with the elastic. So it's not quite as important that it be as open. And it looks like that is going to have to do it. So I will, let's see. I did not plan that very well. I'm just gonna open this up a little bit and okay. All right. You don't like how big that is. So, whoops. Well, it dropped that on the floor, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna close that just a little bit. And that is one S hook. We can see fits here, gives me enough room to get the elastic on or the hand on, however, whichever order I want to put that in. So that being the case, I'm just gonna try to emulate that. This is the fun part, trying to recreate it. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I may have gotten that one pretty decent. Appears to be so. And actually, I'm going to test this on an ankle as well. And the foot joints do need to be a little bit wider, but this will work out well for the hands. So now, I have heard some people say that they use paper clips. I personally have never used paper clips. I've always just used floral picks, but that's because I bought 100 pack or something like that of floral picks. And quite honestly, I have never or not yet needed 200 S hooks. Even when I was offering restringing services at conventions before Resin Soul provided S hooks with their dolls, I was using these exact same floral picks. So chances are, if you've had me restring one of your dolls and it didn't have S hooks in it, and it did when you got it back, the S hooks were made with floral picks. I tend to go this route rather than buying S hooks, simply because with the S hooks that you can buy, you're never quite sure if they're actually going to fit, especially if the doll that you have has the resin posts in them. Like this guy, he's got the resin post. You can see it inside there. Sometimes that is a wire post. If it's a wire post, most of the S hooks are going to be fine. Companies like Dollzone that used the long ones and then they would have just that really skinny little loop at the end, works brilliant for those. For something like this guy, it's not going to work. You just won't be able to open it up enough. So, again, I'm just going to go ahead and try to recreate this one here. Make sure. And I will be perfectly honest with you. This can be a little bit of a struggle on your hands. So if you're like me and you have issues with your hands and your wrists, take it easy, take it slow, and you should be fine. That may also be part of why some people like to use paper clips. I think they're a little bit easier to manipulate than floral picks are. So I've opened this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and snip it. Okay. And I'll just close this up a little bit. Ouch. And when you're working on them, just be careful. Don't do like I just did, essentially shove one into your thumb. All right. So, we got that one done. And this one done. And this little piece right here is all that's left of that one floral pick. So now we'll do another one for the feet. And for this, I think I'm actually just going to use 2 separate floral picks. I'm going to straighten it out. It's going to make it a little bit easier. And I'm going to take my time forming this first curve, just because I know I've got to make it bigger than what I did for the hands. So I'm take it in stages. I'm sorry if you couldn't quite see that. And let's see if this is big enough. Too closed. Let's try it again. All right, that one looks good. I'm gonna come up a little bit further. I'm gonna start to bend it a little bit closed, just so we can get that S bend back in there. Let's see. Okay. Yep. So this is gonna come right up to the end of that. Okay, so I did open this back up a little bit, and I'm going to head and snip this right at the end there. Okay. Okay, and essentially just recreate it. Okay, so again, just going to take it slow as I create the first bend. Looks like that should fit. Test it. And yep, that does fit. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to recreate the curves on this one. I do want it to bend a little bit into the S formation. And then here is where I'll start that bend. And I'll go ahead and snip it here. Okay. All right. So I have 4 S hooks. Put them on the feet this way. 2 for the hands, 2 for the feet. And they're not perfect. I know that they're absolutely not perfect. However, they are better than not having any S hooks at all. So I've got 1, 2 for the hands. I've got, come on. I've got 2 for the hands. And I've got 2 for the feet. All right. So I'm done creating the S hooks, which is everything that I needed to do. So we've already cleaned this boy and I've made the S hooks for the hands and the feet. Next up is to string him. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up all these little metal bits and the remaining pieces of the floral picks, get that stuff out of here, bring the restringing stuff in, and I'll do the 3rd video of actually restringing this boy and getting him back together. So yeah, if you have any questions on how to create floral or how to create the S hooks, or if you have any tips or tricks, other techniques that you've used, or a great resource for other tools like this, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure other people would love to see them. I would love to see them. I'd love to test them out. And yeah, hit me up on social media, pretty much anywhere. I'm Resin Melody. I'd love to chat, love to hear what you think. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.